Hello and welcome to the FatBoss Guide to Blade Lord Tyak 25-man heroic in the Heart of Fear.
Hello.
And this encounter, compared to normal, not that many changes to be honest.
There's one new mechanic, Garoffle.
And that's more or less it. There's a couple of things you need to know though. There's various
I suppose.
little tips we can give you. But before we go into the full ins and outs of the heroic mode, please do check out our normal mode guide if you haven't seen the normal mode version of this encounter yet, as we're not really going to go in depth on all the individual abilities that are on normal mode.
So for this fight you want to bring 2 tanks, 5 to 6 healers and any DPS makeup really. You do need some range DPS, so I don't see why you'd stack melee anyway, but you do need some range, but that's all.
Now this encounter still does have the Unseen Strike, which is the ability where he goes invisible and you need to stack up.
Except it does a fuck ton more damage.
Yeah, it does way more damage, so it's very, very important that you do actually stack up for this. And you need to try and position yourself so you definitely don't get hit by tornadoes. I know this is all normal mode shit, but it's very, very important.
Yeah, it's practically normal, but like gone completely apeshit. Everything does so much more damage. So when he does his wind step to you and does all those rends on everyone around you, that like ticks for like double the amount that it would do before.
It's very, very important that you don't get multiple dots on loads of different people.
Exactly.
Otherwise you are going to have issues.
It's all to do with just making sure that you do the normal mode tactic very well. Just don't fuck up the normal mode tactic and you've basically got this fight down, except for one new move, which is absolutely lovely, called Blade Tempest.
Now this ability kind of works similar to the pull-in on Syndragoza from ICC. Basically the boss will pull everyone towards him and will start spinning on the spot and doing lots of like whirlwind cleave damage. You need to obviously turn your camera around and run in the opposite direction. Then after so many seconds, you'll get kind of a Lai Shi type effect where the wind will pull you towards the boss. I know Lai Shi pushes you the way, but it's the same sort of concept. You need to run against the wind, and then eventually the boss will stop spinning around, and the wind will disappear, and then you go back to nuking to him.
Yeah, so literally for this, when this comes in, you just want to make sure that you're not too far away, because as he pulls you in, you've got to run out before he starts doing loads of cleave damage. So what's really good is if you have like 4 odd druids in your team, or 3, well no, you kind of need 4 druids for the last phase as well. Just use stampeding roars for every Blade Tempest, and this will just make it so you can always speed increase out of it, and then no one will take damage. And if you are too far away, you might not get that speed increase because you'll be flying for longer. So just make sure you're fairly close to the boss, not too crazy close, but fairly close to the boss when he does this.
If you don't have access to that many druids, then you can use Symbiosis on any DPS warriors. They will also get the speed increase, the raid-wide speed increase.
However, it is on a 10-minute cooldown. But the thing is, you only need 2 druids to get out of this Blade Tempest, but it's nice to have 4 druids so you can stampeding roar when you go into the last phase, of course, which is the tornado phase. You can stampeding roar all the way there and then all the way back to when he changes sides. And that's exactly the same as it is on Heroic. It just makes it so it's quicker. It's just nicer for you.
So you need to make sure that you deal with this particular mechanic and all the other mechanics that are on normal mode, and then you need to look at transitioning the boss into last phase at 20%. However, it's very, very important that you don't just willy-nilly throw the boss over and go straight into the last phase, because if you get an Unseen Strike just before you decide to transition, people are going to be on low health, and when you are transitioning, you cannot control your character, and you are taking ticking damage. So if you're already low when you're going into this transition, people are going to die, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you need to make sure that when you do actually decide to drop the boss's health below 20%, that you do have everyone topped up, and there's definitely no Unseen Strike coming in, or any other form of damage that's going on particular people, or the raid in general.
Yeah.
Now, once you have transitioned the phase and everyone is inside the tornadoes and you're thrown to one side of the room and the boss is on the other side of the room, now before you immediately leave and rush to the other side, what you can do is heal everyone up and then decide to move, because people will already be slightly low, probably about half health or something like that. It kind of depends on how strong your healers are. If you feel like you need to heal up and make sure that everyone's almost full before you decide to move and heal to the opposite side of the room, then do that. Then heal up as a group. Otherwise, then, you know, just run straight over there. I mean, it depends on your healer composition as well. If you have lots of mobile healers, then you can just run straight over there. But essentially, this last phase, it's just exactly the same as it was on normal. Avoid the tornadoes. Get to the boss on the other side using various speed increases that you may have, and using defensive cooldowns while you are running.
So that's pretty much it for this guide, to be honest. It's a really easy go. You shouldn't have much problems. So, yeah, GG, really. So if this guide did help you out, then please do give it a thumbs up. It helps us out quite a lot. And make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe.
And if you'd like to see more 25-man heroic guides by FatBoss, please do click up on the annotations you see on your screen now. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, cheers.